How often do you hear stories of someone starting from the bottom and ending on top? Well, today we bring you the story of the man who started his career working at $1.25 per hour to inventing one of the biggest companies in the world. Watch the video till the end as we tell you the story about the life of Jim Sinegal, the co-founder and former CEO of Costco. Born in Pittsburgh, USA, Jim Sinegal was brought up in a working-class family. At the age of 18, Sinegal started a job stacking mattresses at $1.25 per hour at FedMart, which was one of the country's first warehouse shops. Sinegal continued working at FedMart while pursuing a bachelor's degree at San Diego State University in 1959. After completing his education, Sinegal kept working in the same company and kept progressing through the ranks to become the company's executive vice president for merchandising. Then in 1976, he, along with FedMart's founder Sol Price, left the company to start Price Club, a warehouse store that catered only to small businesses. An executive vice president of merchandising, distribution, and marketing at Price Club, Sinegal played a key role in enhancing the merchandise and marketing strategy of his new company. Sol Price invented the membership warehouse concept when Sinegal launched the first Price Club in a repurposed aviation hangar on Marina Boulevard in San Diego in 1976. In its initial year of business, Price Club lost almost $750,000, but by 1979, it had 2 storefronts, 900 staff members, 200,000 members, and a $1 million profit. At a FedMart store in San Diego years before, Sol Price had experimented with discount retailing. Sinegal left with Sol Price when he sold FedMart to assist Price in opening the San Diego Price Club store. Within a few years, Sol Price's Price Club emerged as the undisputed leader in member warehouse retailing, with stores mostly operating on the West Coast. Although Price initially intended Price Club to be a location where small local businesses could find the supplies they needed at affordable prices, he quickly came to the conclusion that by allowing more individuals to join, his fledgling operation could achieve much greater sales volumes and gain purchasing power with suppliers. This decision put the deep discount warehouse club industry on a steep growth curve. Sol Price then decided to appoint Sinegal as the manager of the original San Diego location, which had started to go in loss. Price noticed that Sinegal had a special talent for discount retailing and for identifying what a store was doing incorrectly. This was exactly what was needed at that location to grow, as it was the basis of Price Club's expanding commercial success. Sinegal quickly returned the San Diego store and kept developing his skills and ability in bargain merchandising throughout the ensuing years. He imitated Sol Price's attention to detail and learned all the intricacies of his mentor's management approach, constantly enhancing store operations, minimizing operational expenses and overhead, stocking fast-moving merchandise, and charging copyright. Jim Sinegal was continuously demonstrating his ability to solidify the company's position as one of the biggest and greatest consumer products to location. His work ethic was evident from the fact that he was visiting 8 to 10 store locations per day. After realizing that he had learned the secrets of operating a profitable membership warehouse business, Sinegal made the decision to leave the Price Club and launch his own warehouse club. In 1983, the same year that Walmart introduced Sam's Club, its warehouse membership model, Sinegal partnered with Seattle businessman Jeff Brotman to start Costco. The first Costco location opened its doors in Seattle. By the end of 1984, there were 9 Costco locations servicing more than 200,000 members across 5 states. Sinegal was also welcomed like a celebrity whenever he entered a store, as Sinegal was well-liked by the staff. He spoke slowly and in a way that made sense, giving the impression that what he was saying wasn't a huge concern and was easily doable. He had the appearance of being both friendly and firm, yet he was prone to show displeasure when he strongly disagreed with what others were saying to him. Costco went public in December 1985, selling shares to the general public and obtaining extra funding for growth. In less than 6 years, Costco became the first American firm to exceed $1 billion in sales. Then, in 1993, Costco and Price Club combined together and was named as Price Costco. Jim Sinegal was appointed CEO of the newly combined business, which had 206 Price Costco outlets and $16 billion in annual sales. Jeff Brotman, who had served as Costco's chair since the company's foundation, was appointed vice chair of Price Costco in 1993. In December 1994, he was promoted to the post of chair of the board of directors, which he held until 2016. After spinning off the majority of its non-warehouse assets to Price Enterprises Incorporated, Price Costco changed its name to Costco Companies Incorporated in January 1997. Then again, in August 1999, the name of the business was changed to Costco Wholesale Corporation, when it reincorporated from Delaware to Washington. Meanwhile, Sinegal built a reputation for being thrifty and going above and beyond to support his staff at Costco. He was serving as a director, producer, and expert critic of his own company. He used to get right to the point, paying close attention to pricing and detail, and as he walked through the aisles of the stores, he barraged store managers with inquiries about sales figures and stock levels of specific items. He also criticized merchandising displays and the placement of specific products in the stores. Sinegal set the standard for how the company ran its discounted retailing operations. He required a lot of store managers and employees all around his stores and had a strong influence on the industry. After years of continuous success, Jim Sinegal, at the age of 75, informed the board of directors of Costco in September 2011 that he intended to resign as the organization's CEO at the end of the year. The board chose Craig Jelinek, who has served as president and CEO of the company since February 2010, to succeed Sinegal and assume the dual roles of president and CEO. Jelinek, a senior retail executive with 37 years of experience, spent 28 of those years working for Costco, where he began in 1984 as one of the organization's original warehouse managers. Before Sinegal retired as CEO, he took steps that ensured the incredibly cheap prices that had drawn customers to Costco. According to numerous corporate documents, Costco's goal in the membership warehouse industry was to constantly supply its members with quality items and services at the lowest costs. After 3 years of his retirement in December 2015, the company's board of directors elected Jim Sinegal again to another 3-year term on Costco's board. He continued to serve as director and advisor to Costco until 2018. During his time at Costco, Jim Sinegal accepted a salary that was relatively modest for an executive with his level of influence while working for the company. He received a salary of $350,000, which was significantly less than the standard $1 million for CEOs of Fortune 100 companies. Before his retirement in 2011, Sinegal earned a total of $3.5 million in 2010, after accounting for stock options, whereas the average CEO of the Fortune 100 earned $9.3 million. However, there's no doubt that Sinegal has become a wealthy man through Costco, as he's now worth $2 billion. After opening its first warehouse in 1983, the company currently ranks second only to Walmart in terms of global retail sales. Costco generated net sales of more than $192 billion in 2021 and had a brand value of more than $28 billion. That's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, show some love and hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of the amazing videos we have in store for you.